Warning: the following program is intended for a mature audience. It may contain language or opinions that are not suitable for some listeners.
This week on the show, there is a new and very good reason not to throw your drugs down the toilet in Tennessee. A pastor has come up with a very interesting way of getting the demons out of people, and an Oklahoma man was pulled over with some very interesting things in his car. It is July 21st, 2019. This is the 2 Cent Show. Hey guys, and welcome to the 2 Cent Show. It's to the Ranting Gryphon here. Hope you're having a good time. Hello, Featherhoof. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I'm glad you're doing fine.
I'm doing good like balloon.
It doesn't sound like you're doing fine. It sounds like
I'm doing good.
Sounds like you hit your head maybe on the sun because it's been so hot. It's
hot.
It's been really hot. Has it cooked your brain?
My brain egg.
Your brain egg? What the fuck is wrong?
My brain egg.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? Your brain egg is fine. My brain egg is fine. And you know what? It's going to be great because I am ready to go and see some aliens in September. I am ready.
Ooh, yes.
I am ready.
Finally.
I am ready to run into Area 51 and see all those aliens and smack them in the butts and oh yeah, who knows what?
I will do it, but I will be the last person. I will be in the back.
Yeah,
because when they open fire on the crowd, I'm going to use the I will be using human shields.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the first, few thousand that go in are going to just be slaughtered dead. But as soon as they can take out everybody else, then I'll go in. Mm-hmm. Then I'll go in. But
you gotta time it just right, when they're reloading. When they're reloading, just pull really hard.
Jump on them and then take them out, and then we can go and we can see all the sexy aliens. And I'm waiting for that. Mm-hmm. Actually, now okay. Yeah. For real guys, I mean in the real world, I don't think this is a serious thing. I really don't.
No, they've already come out and said it's not a serious thing.
Well, I mean, even the person who created it says it's not a serious thing. But the funny thing is that I know people in the Marines and the Air Force and the Navy, and at this point, they've all had official briefings on this thing.
God.
They've all had official briefings where they're talking about, okay, this could happen, so you got to be ready, and if they start running in, here's what you do. And Could you imagine if you were a Marine? Trained to kill, right? You're just there. One morning you're on the tower, there's keeping watch, and there's a disturbance off on the horizon. Like, Sergeant, what is that? What's that over there? And the guy that pulls out the binoculars, and just over the heat haze of the Nevada desert, you just see the fucking rejects of a UFO convention coming towards the base, doing an Naruto run through the heat. Yeah, it's just. Oh my god. I think what's probably going to happen is I think maybe some people will show up. I think some people will show up and they'll go there and they may even go to the gates of the place. They may wave around signs and they may or something like that. I don't think it's going to be anything big. I don't think anything's going to happen, but
let's be honest about the whole thing though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even if there were aliens there, which I don't think there were.
No.
I believe in aliens. I don't think they were there, though.
No.
Let's pretend that there were, though. Hypothetically. If there were, they're not there now. They would have moved that shit off site a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's not something... I mean, here's my idea of this. Back in the 1950s and 40s and when they were doing secret things over in Area 51, right? They were like flying like spy balloons, and they were developing the what's the name of that stupid plane that just is silent? The stealth bomber and the stealth fighter and those.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I just said it. The stealth bomber and the stealth fighter. But
no, I thought they had like a special name, but
no, those and the one that flies really high, and they were making all this stuff, and so what did they do? Because they're flying these things around. I think that they actually kind of put it out. Oh, maybe there's aliens over there, so people would just think there's aliens instead of actually trying to spy on what they were really doing. And
because for some reason the idea of aliens is it makes more sense in their brains somehow than, oh yeah, the military's over there. They're probably testing shit. Because that's like, what do they call those things? Oh yeah, test site. No, it's gotta be aliens. Nope.
I actually
Can't possibly be.
I actually think that they probably thought that if people thought there were aliens there, they wouldn't want to be around there. Because aliens bad, right? They're gonna take some, but suddenly there's all these fans of aliens now, and they're wanting to get in, and so it's weird. How has your week been?
Oh, it's been up until yesterday. It's been fantabulous.
Uh-oh, what happened yesterday?
The sun landed on my face.
Oh yeah, there's that thing that's happening out here. We have that heat wave going through America.
Got not only the heat wave, but actually about, what was it, Monday, Cindy drugged me out of the house, and I got sunburned. Real bad. It's been a bad week, actually. I rescind that whole good thing. It was good up until recently, but no, it was actually pretty bad.
Oh, man. Well, I had an interesting thing happen, and I don't intend on talking about a lot of personal things in my life, like deeply personal things, but there is one thing that I do want to talk about, and this is something that I shouldn't worry about. First of all, it happened on Twitter. That's the first reason I shouldn't be worried about it, is because it happened on Twitter. Fuck Twitter. Twitter is now the new Tumblr. We all know this. It's okay, whatever. But
the floor recognizes one, Mr. Gryphon.
Okay. I actually turned up. A friend of mine came back from Anthrocon and told me that a person that I knew was a trans person. And now this person, I'd known them, and they'd never mentioned before being trans, and they'd never said it to anybody else. And so I was curious because this person stopped talking to me like a few months ago. They just stopped. They wouldn't talk to me anymore. I'm like, well, that's okay, interesting. So I found a way to contact this person, and I asked this person, I said, hey, so you're trans. Did you think that would make me hate you or something? That's what I asked. That was my question.
Okay.
This person went nuclear immediately on me. Called me all kinds of names, called me a Nazi, called me all kinds of hateful, horrible things, and then went off to Twitter, found a hate audience, and started lying about everything that I'd said. Started lying, saying that their transness, that I was trying to make my transness, their transness about me, that they told me that they were not my friend, never said that they told me that they didn't want to talk to me anymore, they'd never said that, all this stuff. And what bothers me about this is that this is a person that I'd known with, and I'd been friends with this person for probably about a decade, maybe about a decade. I'd known this person. I've never treated them badly. I've never called them any names. I've never said anything good about this person. I actually helped this person.
You mean bad?
What did I say? Good?
You said I've never said anything good about this person.
Okay, yeah, but you're right. I did mean bad. I even helped this person get their first artist table. I helped this. I mean, I always been there. I've always supported this person. I've always been nice to them, and they suddenly are turning around, and they're just preaching hatred toward me suddenly. And this is kind of a point where I'm starting to realize that everybody on Twitter is a 6-year-old. I don't know. I mean, there are some people on Twitter that don't act this way, and you make note of them. But it's kind of important, I think, to understand that everybody on Twitter, when I was growing up, people stopped acting like the way people act on Twitter when they were 6 years old. They stopped acting that way. They still act that way on Twitter. All of them. Well, not all, not all of them again, but I don't know what's going on in this world. I really don't. And it confuses the hell out of me that somebody would want to turn around and preach hate towards me for no reason. I've never done anything to this person ever.
Well, I don't know the situation. I'll be honest, I caught some of it. I did see some things happening on Twitter. Obviously, only your end. I couldn't catch the other person's end. But, so I don't really know, and of course, what you've just said here. But what it boils down to me, what that sounds like to me, and this is a product of Twitter, is that it sounds like, because you said this person never told anybody they were trans.
Yeah.
Again. And then just suddenly, boom.
I'm trans.
It's...
Yeah.
And then when you're like, hey, I never knew this. Is this true? And is this why you stopped talking to me? They just blew up. This sounds like the kind of person who was looking for some kind of drama.
Well,
again, based on what it sounds like, this is the kind of person, it sounds like they were like, I need some kind of attention right now.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I think, what a lot of people on social media are going for right now is finding a larger audience. And you can actually get an audience now from simply being a victim of something. Something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what it is.
I mean, not this situation specifically, but just in general, Twitter is a lot of, it is a lot of, I'm a victim, pity me because I'm a victim. Come to me and pity me, I am a victim of...
Pity my face! Pity my face! My face is slightly deranged, so please pity it. It's like, who cares? Nobody cares. Well, apparently the people on Twitter care. But, either way, guys, I'm sorry about the little diatribe into my, personal life there, but I had to talk about that. That's, honestly, if just a random person had done that to me on Twitter, I probably wouldn't care. But since this was a person that I knew for a really long time, and I'm not going to mention their name because I don't want anybody going out and attacking this person.
Please don't. Please.
No, I don't want anybody harassing this person. I don't want that.
No, but there's no call for white knights, please.
No.
No white knighting.
I knew this person for a long time. We were really good friends, and just suddenly, like at the snap of a finger, they went completely nuts. And I don't know why. But either way, we should move on to the news.
Please, bring in the world news.
All right, I got one for you. This one... oh, God. This one comes from Tennessee, not Florida.
Yes!
Now, do you know which one? Do you know which one? Do you know which one I'm doing? Crap.
Please. Because if this wasn't going to be in the news, I was totally going to talk about it in our patron-only Love It or Shove It.
Okay, well, Tennessee police warn not to flush drugs down the toilet for fear of creating meth gators. Meth gators. Word to the wise, don't flush your meth down the toilet. That's a warning coming out of the Loretta Police Department in Tennessee after investigators said they caught someone attempting to flush methamphetamines along with several other items of paraphernalia on Saturday. The department advised against disposing of the drug, including pills, via the sewage because when you send something down the sewer pipe, it ends up in our retention ponds for processing before it's sent out to the stream. Our sewer guys take great pride in releasing the water that is cleaner than what is in the creek, police said, but they're not really prepared for meth. But in addition to birds, officials said that the water headed far enough downstream, it would create meth gators. This is a quote. It would create meth gators in Shoal Creek and the Tennessee River down in North Alabama. They've had enough methed up animals in the past few weeks. Without our help, they said they've had enough methed up animals. Apparently they've had some. Apparently they've had animals that just were methed up, and we're just, I don't know what they were doing. They were probably trying to eat people's faces off. I have no fucking idea. But the past week's call for
bath salts.
So if you need to dispose, and I love this last line, and this is part of a quote. So if you need to dispose of your drugs, just give us a call, and we will make sure they are disposed of the proper way. Perfect, of course.
Yes, 911? Could you send the police over here? Yes, I cooked too much meth, and I don't know what to do with it, and I can't possibly flush it down the toilet. Do you think you can send the police to take care of it for me?
Now. It's just, I'm thinking of meth gators now. I'm gonna have nightmares about meth gators. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's bad enough that gators are even out there floating around somewhere, but now we have meth gators. What are they? I mean, what happens if they get addicted to it? Are they gonna start wandering in the streets and picking up needles and injecting themselves and shit? What? I just
had this vision of this strung out gator with syringes stuck in its jaw, and sort of twitching every once in a while as it's just floating in the water. You see ripples because it's just twitching every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where it's like you'll see a crocodile in the city, but the crocodile will be totally naked, not wearing a single piece of clothing. That's the first sign. Is when they're when they're completely naked. That's the first sign.
Yep.
But they'll also be rolling around and talking to Jesus and doing some crazy shit. And then you've got a meth gator rolling around, because that's what meth people do. And
I'm imagining that gator from an Animal Olympics, but totally hopped up on meth.
Oh, God. You just reminded me that Animal Olympics existed.
You're welcome.
Such a great movie, though. Mm-hmm. It was such a...
Every 2 years, whenever some kind of Olympic event comes on, I watch that instead.
Guys out there who are listening, if you have not seen it, it's an old... I think it was made in the 70s.
My birthday, actually, 82.
Okay. Yeah, it was. It's an old film,
I believe.
But it's basically an entire movie, just basically of the Olympics, but every participant is an anthropomorphic animal. And there's a nice little story that goes along with it. Go out, it's hard to find. It is pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
I do have it on DVD, but it's because I burned it on DVD. It's hard to find. Yeah, you can't really buy it, I don't think, anymore. But if you can find it, definitely watch it. Is it?
Yeah, because it's on my wish list.
Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay, that's crazy.
Because the copy I watch every 2 years is not exactly the most legal of copies.
Oops. Well, and the movie it's definitely worth paying for. Definitely worth paying for. Yeah. Well, we have another one here for ya. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going
I'm sure they're ready.
We're going down south. Down south into Creole territory. Wait, no, we're not.
Creole? Oh.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I thought we were.
Okay. Get out of that voice. Get out of that voice. Don't do it.
Yeah, get out of that voice. I was thinking we were going someplace. I was thinking we were going to Louisiana, but we're not. We're going to New Jersey. Sorry, we're going to New Jersey. Sorry about that.
New Jersey?
Different. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Got it.
A New Jersey pastor, who is also the chaplain for a local church, is accused of sexually abusing numerous men during what he claimed was exorcism ritual. Reverend Dr. William Weaver allegedly set up an elaborate ceremony where he convinced the men involved that he would purge evil spirits from their body by performing oral sex on them. Wow!
What?
Wow! What?
I cannot believe it.
I cannot believe that. I can see the universe. Yes, the pastor reportedly told his victims that this was a Native American ritual that he learned firsthand from indigenous tribes.
What?
That's what he said.
What?
The allegations from 3 men date back to at least 1999. Each of their stories are very similar. The men say the pastor told them to get completely undressed during the ceremony, where he would perform various superficial rituals before performing oral sex on them. The pastor would then spit objects into a bag and tell the victims that he had removed the bad spirits from their bodies.
Oh my god!
So this is kind of like you know those guys, you know those dudes out there that like take the fake pig guts and they like poke into the people into their guts and they pull something out and they throw it away, right? It makes it a kind of little magic trick. This guy is doing the same thing, only he's sucking people's dicks and then spitting something into a bag. So kind of the same sort of thing there, you know? Yeah.
Jeez. What the fuck? I mean, I've heard of a lot of different ways to get spirits out of your children. I mean, or just spirits out of people in general. You know, many of them have been reported on this very program by across the years.
It's possibly.
But this is a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, usually it's like to go the other way around. It's so that the priest can get his rocks off.
Yeah, yeah. Usually that's the way it happens. Not in this case. Apparently, somebody just wanted them some D in their face and just went. I'm gonna suck the demons out your body, bitch. And then
well, that's it right there. Demons starts with a D. What else starts with D?
We got D. It's all about the D's. It's all about the D's. I don't know why people just can't admit. There are some people out there that just can't admit to being gay. They just can't admit to it. I wish they would. Just be a gay person if you're gonna be gay, okay? No problem with that.
Dad, the priest says that he can suck the evil spirits out my dick. How many little objects did he suck out? 3. He wants the dick! He
wants the dick! Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Oh, that one, I don't know why, but that particular news story had me in a good mood. I like that news story. That was an awesome one. Anyway, on we go. I have a specific reason for actually bringing this one up, and I'm just gonna read this one off. It's not terribly funny. Well, kinda in a way it is, but I'm just gonna go through it and then tell you my reaction to this.
Okay.
Police called to a school party after a 9-year-old is accused of racism for saying brownies. But his mom claims he was just talking about a baked snack. Police were called to a 3rd grade party at a New Jersey high school after a student was accused of racism for saying the word brownies, a mother has claimed. Stacy Dos Santos said officers were called to speak with her 9-year-old son at William P. Tatum Elementary School 2 weeks ago after another student overheard him talking about the party. Dos Santos said their son was discussing snacks handed out of the class when he mentioned the word brownie, but another student misinterpreted it and accused him of being racist. That prompted school staff to call the police, who referred the incident to the New Jersey Division of Child Protection and Permanency, while the boy also missed his last day of 3rd grade. She told the Philadelphia Inquirer that her son was left traumatized after being grilled by a cop over his use of language and believes that the school staff overreacted. She says, "I'm not comfortable with the administration at Tatum. I don't trust them, and neither does my child," said Dos Santos. Now,
wait, the child was grilled by 2 police officers without the parent present?
Yes.
Isn't that illegal?
Apparently not.
I thought that was. I thought that if it's a minor, a parent has to be present, just period.
Well, no, apparently no, it doesn't. Now, here's the thing. I'm confused about, first of all, 2 things in this. And the first one was, if you make a racist statement, okay, and you're in grade school, you make a racist statement. The school calls the police?
Yeah, that was the first.
It's like, what? Do you call the police when someone makes a racist statement? What?
But a third grader. A fucking third grader.
By a third grader. They call the police. The second thing that I'm worried about, and this part bothers me. This student he's a third grader. Mm-hmm. So I've always said, and I've been saying this for quite a while, that I don't think that the children of the people out, who are doing all this crazy stuff now, that are being all psycho, crazy active, hate tribe sort of stuff. I didn't think that their stuff would pass on to their children, because children usually do the opposite of their parents. I'm kind of disturbed that another third grade student would report somebody for racism.
Well,
in a
did
third
they say
grade
another
class.
Third grade student?
That bothers me. That third graders are reporting each other for saying things like the word brownie, which everybody knows what a brownie is.
I know, what is that?
Do you know what a brownie? I know what a brownie. Everybody knows what call aliens down. Aliens come down. Do you know what a brownie is? We don't know nothing, but we know what a brownie is. They know what a brownie is. I don't. Yeah. I don't know why. It's like I don't.
Here's
go
the thing.
ahead.
Let's pretend this child's parents are racist, okay? And they have racist terms they say openly at home, okay? This child, he is a third grader. I can guarantee you, he doesn't even recognize that that's even a racist thing. Like when I was in third grade,
yeah,
there were black kids, there were Indian kids. We had a multicultural thing going on in our school. In third grade, we didn't even recognize the fact that, that dude's Indian, that dude's black, those girls are black. No one fucking recognized. We were like, hey, are we on the same kickball team? All right, let's go play. And they're on that kickball team, and we're going to play kickball. That's the extent of it.
Well, and that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me about right now, is because right now, with all this focus on the difference between races and religions and beliefs and things like that, we're actually dividing people. We're actually dividing the races. We're actually dividing this stuff. The people right now who are, in their young 20s and they just got out of their day school center, which is called college, they don't know anything. They've been just day schooled through their whole lives, and they don't understand that when someone like I was a kid, we didn't think of black people, brown people, we didn't think of them like that. We didn't think, is this my friend? Is this my enemy? Is this the person that I'm going to play with? Is this the person I'm going to partner with in this? We didn't think of what race are they? We didn't think of that. Now we have to. We have to think of it all the time, because they're forcing us to think about it all the time. And I hate that.
That is the worst of it, because every time, when you hear all these, the activist groups for, Black Lives Matter and the LGBT groups and so on and so forth, it's like, don't discriminate, don't judge us based on
whatever, yeah.
But then we have to judge you based on insert thing, because if we don't, and we say something that might offend that certain thing, that group, or by accident or anything, we have to make sure we're like, okay, wait, was that word a thing that this person over here might get offended by?
I have to think of every word I'm about to say, because every word I'm about to say, and these days it really matters, because if you say something when you're 7, you'll not get a job when you're 35. You won't be able to be employed anywhere. It's stupid.
You could be a third grader and say the word brownie and get taken away by police.
Exactly. That's the world. That's the Western society we live in right now, and that is frightening to me. I wanted to read the story just so I could make that point, because this isn't the end of it. People think, oh, it's bad. You know what? It's not the end of it. It's going to go further. It's going to continue to go on until somebody puts a stop to it, until somebody stands up and says, we've had enough of this bullshit. Now, I'm already doing it, and you guys can tell, because I'm not invited to cons anymore. That's why, that's one of the reasons, because I don't put up with this shit anymore. Now, eventually, other people are going to do it too. But the question is, how long? What's it going to take? What's it going to take to get other people to jump on board and go, I'm tired of this. I'm done with this. This is stupid. Can we just get back to being normal people again? You know?
I think it's not going to really sink into everybody until at some point everyone's going to look around and realize that, you know, this great united nation that we're supposed to be living in is segregated into its own separate little colonies all over the place. They realize, oh wait, well we were fighting for equality, but we're segregated in our little section so that we wouldn't get hurt by anybody, and they're segregated in their section so they wouldn't get hurt by anybody, and they're segregated in their section so they wouldn't get hurt by anybody because they were all so fucking hyper sensitive to every word that came out of people's mouths instead of caring about what they meant.
Well, you know, the funny thing right now in the U.S., the scariest neighborhoods that I have to walk through are neighborhoods full of white people. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified of what, because I don't know if one of them's going to go, completely SJW and bring out a bike lock and beat me over the head with it. I don't know. They could.
Not only that. I mean, let's look at nearly all of the mass shootings we've had in the past several years. Every last one of them's been white, been a fucking whitey.
Yeah,
I don't know which one of them's gonna fucking shoot me for something or run me over with their fucking car because I said something that some white dude didn't like.
Well, no, it wasn't. I mean, no, you would say something that some white dude thought somebody else wouldn't like. Because you gotta admit, they're not personally offended by what you say. They're offended on behalf of others.
Well,
which
like
is
I said,
stupid.
I mean, I'm not even talking about the left side. I'm talking about there's people on the right as well. Like that poor woman who was just at the rally, and that alt-right motherfucker just ran her ass over with the car.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't like any extremists at all. I mean, extremists they're not even deal-withable. Is that a word? Can I say?
You're the English major. You tell me.
Can I put hyphens between that and say deal-withable?
I think that word has a lot of winnage to it.
Okay, I'm gonna use that then. We're gonna do that. But we got a last story for you guys, and I think you're gonna like this one. This happened in Oklahoma. Okay. Here we go. An Oklahoma man was arrested last month after police say a routine traffic stop turned up. Get this. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know this one.
This one too.
Routine traffic stop turned up a gun, a rattlesnake, an open bottle of whiskey, and a rod of radioactive uranium.
Fucking uranium? What?
A rod of uranium. Stephen Jennings was charged.
Who knows how to party?
Well, here's what I've got my thoughts on this. Stephen Jennings was charged with possession of a stolen vehicle. Well, I like how.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
I like how they don't mention in the headline that he was driving a stolen car. That's not in the headline. He was driving a stolen vehicle, transporting an open container of liquor, and driving with a suspended license. They didn't mention that either. After police initially pulled him over on June 26 for having expired tags, backup was called, and a firearm was reportedly located in the glove compartment. Police also said they found an open bottle of whiskey between the driver and the passenger seat, but noted not much was missing from the container. Now, I think this is important.
Okay.
This is important. After making the arrest, police began the process in impounding the SUV when they noticed a terrarium in the back seat. Further inspection revealed that Jennings was in possession of a timber rattlesnake that was directly next to powdered uranium. Now, whoa, hey, I'm a genius. I am the smartest person in the world. The man had a gun, a whiskey, a rattlesnake, and uranium.
Check.
He was trying to make a super snake that could take the gun and go around and shoot everybody, and he was going to get him drunk so he'd do it. Come on. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there.
I can't deny that. I mean, I can't think of anything better than that. I mean, really? What else are we going to do with that combination of things?
It's got to be. That's got to be it. I mean, what else are you going to do with those things?
Or he was going to use the radiation and try and like merge himself with the snake. You know, like he was going to be like the ooze from Ninja Turtles and like turn him into a snake man. But he brought the gun along just in case it fucked up and turned him into some kind of weird, crappy mutation that he would cap himself with.
And that's what he brought the whiskey for, so he could drink a bit of whiskey before he died. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's okay too. You know what? I think there are a lot of theories on this, and I think that you guys should write in the comments and into to what the hell's my address? dear two letters. It's dear two letters at hotmail.com. Write in and tell us what your theories on this are, because that's what we got. And do you have another theory on this?
I have one last theory.
Okay, go for it.
The man was fucking nuts! And that's about all I can say about that, because any other real explanation for that just flies right out the window. I cannot even understand.
The man was nuts. Actually, okay. Here's the bit that, sometimes I contain stories. Mm-hmm. To the smallest bit that, is important. But I read the rest of this story. I read the whole thing. And the guy and now I don't know why he was holding it with a rattlesnake. They didn't say. But the guy worked for a canister company. And so he was able to actually take some uranium out of some kind of fire detector or some kind of thing. What? And put it in with the snake. So that's how he got the uranium. But it doesn't say why he did it. So I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
He's nuts.
He's crazy. He's bamboozled. He's
so let's elect him president.
Yes. Well, he'd be better. I mean, he's gonna make some super snakes. So let's do it. I'd elect a super snake. I would elect a super snake for president. Yeah, I would elect a super snake. They're very efficient. I mean, and most often snakes are very friendly. So there you go. Either way,
a rattlesnake.
Okay, the poison. Well, no, rattlesnakes are not very friendly, but
no,
we're not talking about the vampire snakes. Okay, we're not talking about cobras. no cobras. Nothing like that. Because that's not the same. They just want to drink your blood. Is what they want. But we're gonna go on to WTF Theater.
For the sake of balls, we must consult the theater.
All right, so we're going to do WTF Theater for a little while here, and for those who don't know, these are images that we look up over the week that have make you go, what the fuck? And that's what we're gonna look at right now. So let's go to number 1. Check that out.
Okay.
And now it's the one in the middle. The middle one. That's the good one. The one with the baby flipping over backwards with the
I you know what? That is funny. And it was the thing that got me to bust out laughing when I first saw it. But I'm actually looking at the right one.
What,
because literally without words, that is the symbol for RTFM.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I personally like the middle one because it's like, okay, here's your baby. But if the airbag goes off, your baby's gonna turn red. You know, that's what it is to me. It's like, I don't want a red baby. Why would I want a red baby? No. So yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It absorbs the no symbol from the first image.
Oh yeah. Oh, it did. Yeah, it does. Anyway, next one. Now, I think this is a fine piece of work. I really do.
Is that John Travolta from Pulp Fiction?
You've seen the meme with him like looking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him looking around, and that's him. That's the name of him looking around with like angels and shit in the background, going, "What the fuck?"
He's looking the wrong way. The titties are the other side, sir. Look the other way.
No, I think that's an awesome thing. I think that I want that on my wall. I wonder if they make like prints of that, because I would love to see it. Next one, number 3.
All right.
You read this.
If you're going to ride my ass, at least pull my hair.
You know, I've seen a lot of, stickers on cars that are like back off, and don't. That's the best one. That's the best one I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
That is amazing. I love it. My God. Okay, next one, number 4. We plan to cut. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say we plan to cut all homeless people in half by 2025. I think that's a little harsh. I mean, yeah. I think that they're gonna have to start cutting pretty soon. But when you bring the katana along and you're starting to slash people in half in the middle of the street, some people are gonna notice that. I don't know.
Excuse me, sir. Are you homeless? Yes, I haven't had a bite to eat in 3 days, and I've been living in this box. I'm here to help. Hold on. Shink.
Bling! And they're done. Yep. That's it. So that's a,
fucking conservatives.
Learn how to speak, people. Learn how to word things, please. Next one, number 5. And we had one from last week, where there was a building and said we had a spider problem. This one, I don't know. Apparently this is a thing. I don't know if this is a thing, but apparently it is, because it's all about the spiders. We got the spider.
I promise you, I will do this if heaven forbid it ever happens.
I
hope the moment the trauma is
down.
over. I hope it never does either. But on the off chance, I swear to God, I will go immediately after the trauma's over. I will go get a can of white spray paint and follow suit. I swear to God, I will.
Well, I don't blame you there. I mean, it's just the best way to. Maybe that's a good way, like people in flood zones. Yeah, where you see the video where the roof is the only thing that's left over the water. Maybe if you just got the spider on that, you'd get more immediate attention. than I don't know. Anyway, next one, number 6. I always loved my days back in Skullhole.
I mean,
Skullhole was.
Skullhole was some of my favorite times in life.
Oh yeah,
I had so many fewer responsibilities when I was in Skullhole.
Me too, and apparently you don't have to go to Skullhole because the person that they hired to paint this sign never went to Skullhole. Never ever fucking went to Skullhole. What the fuck? Oh my God.
You failed.
Next. You read this one.
Math test. Number 1. Bob has 36. Oh, God damn it. 36 candy bars. He eats 29. What's he in now?
Diabetes.
Bob has. Oh, no. It's diabetes. Bob has diabetes.
Bob has the beaties. He's got the beaties. I think that should be marked correct. I think that should be perfectly fine. Because the answer is true, Next one, what do we got?
Oh God! Oh my God!
So I think there's a bathroom in this place that's got a serious kind of leak. They have a floor is wet side. You could swim You could do a marathon in this thing, and they have a floor is wet sign in the middle of it. What the fuck, man?
I think I'm imagining it even funnier that sign sort of floated in from another part of the floor.
Oh, God's sakes. So yeah, something went on there. I don't know what. I'm not going to ask.
When
Anyway.
all your bathrooms go bad at once.
Next one. See, okay. I need this one. I need this for my front door. I really, really do.
Yeah.
I need it for my room, actually, because lately, I don't wear clothes a lot because it's too goddamn hot.
Ew.
It's too
I
hot.
don't want to think of that.
Oh, you do.
No, I don't.
You want to think about my
Gross.
saggy old man body just sitting
No!
in this. Yeah, you do.
Ew.
You do.
It's like that scene from Futurama where Zoidberg takes his shell off.
Oh, just you wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I want you guys to think about this just before the last picture here. Think about the last time you were naked. Okay. Maybe it was in bed. Maybe it was in the shower. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Think about the last time you didn't wear clothes for a week. Never, right?
No, that's never happened.
That never happens.
No.
Well, my roomie may be going off to do something for a week. If he does,
Oh god.
I'm going to have a naked week. I'm even going to do it on my gaming show. On my gaming show. Well, nobody will see anything stupid. But I will go without clothes for an entire week, because how often do you get the chance to go without clothes for an entire week? You never get to do that. That's something you never get to do.
What about nudists? Don't they do that?
Not for a week.
They don't?
No.
Are they just nude all the time?
No. They just go to a beach and they chill out for 6 hours with no clothes on, and then come back home with clothes on. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Anyway, we have one more, and I can't find my mouse. I have 3 screens. Okay, there it is. Last one.
Oh my god! Oh, come on!
Hello. Is it me you're cooking for? I like that one. I like cooking, and I like Lionel Richie, and I like that song, so I had to put that in there. But I'll tell you what, guys, we're gonna take off for just a little bit, and we're gonna do a break. We're gonna show all your new photos that you've sent me, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna do something a little bit new on the show that you haven't seen before, and we're going to go on into our 2 letters, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So have a good time with the break, and oh, by the way, here is Tyro with his Aussie Minute, and see you back in a few minutes.
G'day everybody and welcome to the Aussie Minute with Tyro Thunder Drone. Both of these foods are very well known in their own regards. Tim Tams are a chocolatey biscuit that is very well liked by a lot of people. Vegemite is a black paste I'm pretty sure Satan crapped out. But let's start with Tim Tams, which were created and put out in 1964. Prior to this, in 1958, the director of food technology at Arnott's decided he would one-up the Brits and their penguin biscuit and name it after the winning horse in that year's Kentucky Derby. Tim Tam. But for those unfamiliar with what a Tim Tam is, it's basically chocolate-coated malted biscuits with cream filling in the middle of it. And it tastes damn good. In fact, it's been shipped all over the world, and you could probably find some in some exotic stores if you look hard enough, or order it on eBay where you can obviously bulk buy. But it's estimated that 45 million packets of Tim Tams are consumed by Australians every single year. And then in stark contrast, we have Vegemite, which is made from the leftover brewer's yeast when they're making beer. Believe it or not, Vegemite and its British cousin Marmite have a lot of health benefits, containing a lot of nutrients and mostly B vitamins that are essential to a healthy diet. But how did they come up with the name Vegemite? Well, it was drawn out of a fucking hat, and the people who named it got $50, people. This is Australia. Over the years, Vegemite has really stayed the same. I mean, it's the black stuff in a jar. But over the recent years, it's come under a few different redesigns that have not worked too well. One of them being a mixture with Cadbury, turning it into I'm not even kidding people, a block of Vegemite chocolate. Tasted like salted caramel with a kick in the teeth afterwards. Another few things that have been going awry, I guess you could say, with this, is that it's been banned from Victorian jails because people are afraid it's used to make moonshine. Most of the yeast cells are dead anyway when the beer process is done, so this is totally stupid, people. But welcome to the land down under. But one piece of advice, Vegemite does go well if you eat it in thin layers. If you get a piece of toast, put some butter on it, and then put the same amount of Vegemite on top of the butter, it doesn't taste that bad, and you learn to like the taste. This has been the Australian Minute with Tyro Thunder Drone, and I'll catch you later, buggers.
Hey guys, welcome back from the break. I hope you actually, those of you who took pictures out there actually noticed that your pictures were in there, because we got a lot of pictures.
Sweet.
You said bugs. We got a lot of bugs, dude. We got tons of bugs, and they were in there, and they were a lot of them were very good pictures. So please keep sending those in. We love that. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go off on the holidays for next week.
What are your holidays? Teen Twibe.
And basically, let me explain this to you. It's, well, for those of you who don't know, every day has some kind of holiday or nationally recognized day or whatever. And we're going to go off on those because we want to know what you can celebrate for next week. Because there could be, something that you didn't know that you could say. Now, I'm very sorry, by the way, because this last week that we missed the 2 Cent show, guess what happened? Guess what day was last week?
Featherhoof Wins $1 Million Day?
No, it was Snake Day.
Oh.
Snake Day happened last week. I missed it because we couldn't do the show, but it's okay. We're gonna go on. It's gonna be great. And on Monday is National Rat Catchers Day.
Ooh.
And I don't know if there are anything like personally.
Pied Piper?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Are there still rat catchers in the world? I don't know. But if there are, and if you are a rat catcher, hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings, yeah. Hello to you. And
I give you hugs.
We hope you catch a lot of rats, and we hope that you be kind to them. We don't want you to kill them. Let them go in the woods or something like that. Anyway, Tuesday, this is going to start a trend here, by the way, or at least to this particular show.
Okay.
Tuesday is National Vanilla Ice Cream Day.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat that
can
all up.
Can I at least, like, you know, when they put it on the cone and then they dip it in the thing to make the hard shell? Can I at least do that? Does that still count?
That counts. That counts.
Yes.
So on Tuesday, if you like ice cream, go out on Tuesday, have yourself some ice cream. Have yourself some vanilla ice cream.
And if you don't like ice cream, develop a taste for ice cream and go have ice cream.
And do it anyway. Yeah. Or we will kill you. We will punch you in the face with our ice cream fists. We will do this thing. Yes. On Wednesday, get this, National Tequila Day. Now, see, I don't personally like tequila. People have told me, oh, well, you're drinking the wrong tequila. Try a more expensive tequila. So I went out and got a $100 tequila. Tasted the same as the cheap shit. Tequila is not for me. But I wanted to let this, go out for you guys who actually like tequila, because I know that there are some that do. So there you go.
Did you remember to drink? Did you eat the worm at the bottom?
I'm not going to eat the worm. I know that sounds funny because I'm a bird, and I'm saying I'm not going to eat the worm. But
and a gay man.
It's like, I'm not the early bird. So no, not me. Thursday is okay. You're gonna like this one, my dude. It is National Chili Dog Day. What? You don't like chili dogs? Come on.
I don't.
Oh, God's sakes! What? You like 5 foods in this world, dude.
I know.
You what?
I know.
What? Oh, come on. How can you not like? Okay. Well, for the rest of you out there, it's National Chili Dog Day. And if you like Sonic, then there's your day to go out and celebrate Sonic with a chili dog. Now, Friday is Aunt and Uncle's Day.
Oh. I am one of those things.
Yes, you are. And you probably have a couple of those things. So
I does.
So we all seem to have those. So that's
Holy
a good
shit.
thing. Yeah. And there is an Aunt and Uncle's Day, and it is this Friday. Now on Saturday, I think this one is terribly important. Okay. It's National Drowning Prevention Day. So, if you're walking around and you see someone drowning, you should save them. That's what you should do. Just because, it's National Drowning Prevention Day. Now, if it wasn't National Drowning Prevention Day, you should just let them drown. Just
walk on by.
Just walk on by and don't even pay attention
Bob,
to them.
did you see that? I didn't see that. Nope.
But on Saturday, if you see that, then you have to go, okay, it's, Drowning Prevention Day. So you have to stop and you have to get them out and okay, there you go. And then Sunday, and I think we'll all appreciate this one. You better appreciate this one. Even though how can you not like chili dogs? You're crazy.
It's just I haven't found a chili that's worth a damn.
Well, this is because you haven't eaten mine, first of all. Anyway, Sunday is National Hamburger Day.
Can I at least put cheese on it?
It doesn't
Like a
matter.
cheeseburger?
What is you God? Jesus! You and your diet. Yes.
My what?
your diet. You know the 5 things that you know. Vegans could eat more things than you. What the hell, man? Come on.
Hey, I've been expanding my palate. Thank you very much. I've been trying.
Well, I'm glad that you've been trying. Either way,
I will eat the hell out of National Hamburger Day. I will totally do that.
well, I will too. Either way,
Cheese and A1 sauce.
let's get on to Dear Two Letters.
It's Dear Two Letters.
Dear Two, the gore news used to be my favorite segment on 2 Cents, so it saddens me a little bit that it's no longer there. I do remember you mentioning that the site you used for gathering the material for the gore news was no longer available, or something to that sort. So I wanted to bring an alternative source of such news to your attention, and he puts up a URL there. Says it's called the Darwin Awards, and you know, some of the deaths there are pretty hilarious, he says, and definitely gore newsworthy. Perhaps this material could be used for a future revival of Gore News segment. This is from the Evil Fox, and my response to that is, if you look at it, you know, they have for every year, they have maybe 20, 15, 20.
Yeah.
And here's the problem is that we used to do like 5 or 6 Gore News segments on every show. And the problem was that on the site that we used to look up, and by the way, it was called rotten.com. No.
Oh, classic.
No, Daily Rotten. DailyRotten.com. Yes. And they used to have news that people would send in to them. And from all over the country, you know, from little local newspapers and places, and they would send it in to them, and they would sort it out, and they would put it into the, you know, the Gore News. And we were able every week to look at it and find some really good Gore News. Yeah. But the problem is that several years ago, they stopped. They just stopped. I think that URL is actually dead now. So they don't do anything. And of course, I can't hire a staff unless, you know, well, if every one of you who are listening to this actually gave me $10 a month, then I could hire a staff and I could do this stuff. But right now, no, I can't do that. So we don't really have any place to look.
Where could they give you that $10 a month to?
Well, I will tell them that here in a little bit. But for right now, yeah.
Gore News, though. I gotta say that was one of my favorite segments too.
Mine too,
segment.
And I loved it. I loved that segment. I loved it.
Do you remember like your favorite death? Like if you could like think off the top of your head, because I know mine. I know mine just like without even thinking about it. Like one of my favorite deaths you ever reported on Gore News. And it was just about the old people. They were just like in the wheelchair that went down the side of the mountain. That just cracked me up so hard.
I don't remember that one. I don't remember, but I do remember. I do remember one where they found a car, and there was a guy's body in it, and his head was way over there. And what he'd done was...
Yes.
Yeah, he tied a rope to, just a regular light pole, and then tied the other end to his head, and then just took off.
Yup.
And as soon as that rope, let out, well, that was the end of that. So that's the one I can remember right now. That was kind of a good one, actually. So, but anyway... Dear Two, it's awesome to hear you're considering sharing your DVDs on YouTube. I've at some point managed to lose my copy of Apocalypse of Cute. Shame on you! Shame! And it also would be great to be able to watch your live shows with friends online. One reason I was dismayed to have misplaced Apocalypse was because it included the video of the 2 Cents episode recording live at Anthrocon 2007. Other DVD extras included a collection including commentary, improv with Uncle Kage and other bits and pieces of delicious entertainment. Will you also be uploading those to YouTube? And this is from Snowy Fox, who's from England. I think I would. I think it will. I mean, I think I would put up, if there's like extra material, some extra stuff that was on the disc, I think I'll put those up too.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, I think I might start just making my body of, work just for everybody to be able to go out and watch. So,
that's cool.
Well, I've always, I'm gonna consider, if you bought my DVD back in, 2005, and you've been watching it this whole time, it's now 2019, I'm gonna consider that $20 you gave me just sort of a very, 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 very advanced view, on what I had, and now I'm gonna release it for free because, yeah, there you go. So I think that's fair at this point. Anyway, next segment. Hey, two. Been a big fan of you for your... Wait. I've been a big fan of your for a while now. Girl, whoever you are. Hey. Spell things. Absolutely love your channel. Saw an article about some dude on LSD that went nuts. Yeah, I saw that one too. Can't stop thinking about the dead train and the purple monkey stealing gravity. Still a big fan of your old comedy shows. Well, thank you very much. I still love comedy. I still love doing comedy, and I still do it, by the way. I just apparently can't do it at furry conventions. I actually do it at places around like comedy clubs. There's one here, there's one in Denver. I do it at the Laugh Stop. I do them. I still go around and I still do comedy. It's just I do it for a mainstream audience now. So yeah, but
I'm curious about that. How does that translate over? Does it translate over well? I mean,
well, a lot of my comedy that I do, and you can admit, even in the furry fandom, was not specifically furry related. It was just like people. It was people related. Yeah. I did some furry stuff. I just don't tend to do the furry stuff at just normal places. So it works out pretty well. Yeah, it works out pretty well. And our last email for today. On to an animal story. This one with a bird. When I was young, gay, got to catch a bird with my hands once, and ever since then, I have had encounters with wrens up to this day. So, a few weeks ago, a mama bird made a nest right outside my door, and it was a nice neighbor bird for some time till she was killed by a cat, leaving 4 eggs. At any rate, Gryphon, love your work and keep at it. Well, thank you for the glorious, wonderful sunshine on our day there. Come on, man. What's it? No, I understand. I understand. Maybe you're feeling bad about that, and I get it. But I actually had when I was in California, I had a nest of starlings out, not starlings, but little tiny birds outside my studio, and they just kept growing up there. It's like I don't know who was impregnating this bird, but they were a beast. They were like they were like Thanosing this chick. Like, I mean, whoever it was, and they would come and they would lay eggs like 3 or 4 times a year, and then there would be birds there, and it was so funny because I could like pull out my phone and I could make like the bird noise to them, and they'd call back to me, thinking it was their mom. It was so cool. And then eventually they'd grow up, and their mom would carry them away, and then she'd come back like a month or two later with more eggs. And so I get that.
You sure this was a bird and not a rat? I mean, Jesus Christ.
It was a crazy, crazy prolific bird. I don't know why. I really don't. But I'll tell you what, either way, guys.
She doesn't believe in pro-choice.
Nah, hey, now. Either way, guys, it is time that we're going to take a break right now, and we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back with more 2 cents for you. But before that happens, you need to go to my Patreon and sign up to be one of my producers for just $5 a month. I did it again. I didn't remember a thing. I didn't remember to write a thing. Why did I do that? Damn it. I will start doing that. I swear to God I will. You'll get the full version of the show, and it has exclusive content, and you get an MP3 download. So you can put on your music device or whatever device you want to put it. You can put it in your ass if you want to. I don't care.
Ew.
You can put it wherever the hell you want to. But you can do that all if you're a patron. So head on over to patreon.com/rantygryphon and start your membership. And it helps me, helps the channel, and it helps us create more content like this. So for everyone else, all my patrons, you guys are ready to experience the rest of the show. Well then, good on ya, because we're about ready to do it. But before we do that, we're gonna take a little break. Guys, see you later. Oh, by the way, want to mention... Yeah, because I forgot to mention this. If you want to send a letter into the show, you want to send... Yes. I mean, because,
which, of course, you want to do.
Well, we got... And this is the fun thing. We got tons of pictures. Tons of them.
Yes.
We got like 20, 30, and I don't want to discourage that. We love that. But we only got like 4 letters. So if you guys have letters, please send those in too. Send them into dear2letters@hotmail.com. And that's where we will, yes, please send me stupid questions. Make me answer opposites. You guys like look back to the old episodes. Make me answer opposites, because I'll do that. I can. I'm a genius at that shit. So anyway,
make him answer like crazy quadratic formulas.
I can do it. I swear to God. But
get one of those crazy Stephen Hawking all across the board equations.
For you patrons, we're about to continue on going. For the rest of you, thank you so much for watching the show, and we will see you again next week.